Would you ever drop off your kids at a public pool knowing there was no lifeguard on duty? No? Then why do you drop off your kids at the football, soccer, and baseball fields without the knowledge that someone could take care of them if they got injured? Injury rates in youth sports are rising. 44% of injuries are to players under age 15. Children ages 5 to 14 account for nearly 40% of all sports-related injuries treated in hospitals. Sports injuries account for 21% of all traumatic brain injuries among children in the United States. And sadly, by age 13, 70% of kids drop out of youth sports. According to the Centers for Disease Control, more than half of all sports injuries in children are preventable.
Good lick, Charlie. What's wrong with you? What happened? What happened?
Concussion rates for children under the age of 19 who play football have doubled in the last decade, even though overall sports participation has declined. The chances of a youth football athlete suffering a concussion over the course of one season is 75%. Parents, coaches, was what you just witnessed okay? And does the coach, do you, know what to do if and when this does happen? So, Mom and Dad, you've entered your child's medical and emergency information into the league's online system when you register your child. Great. Now, where is it when your child is lying on the field injured? Is it immediately accessible to the person who runs out to care for your child? Does that person know what to do? Is that person properly trained? And even if they have been certified in CPR and have watched a 20-minute CDC video on concussion one time, do they really know what to do, especially in the stressful situation of an on-the-field emergency? How good are you at something you don't do every day? And how good are you if you are only trained for a few hours once every 2 years? I know I'm not very good. Who runs out to your child? Who calls 911? What do you tell the 911 operator? Who runs out to meet the ambulance? Who travels with the child in the ambulance? Who is caring for the rest of the children on the team? And who is attending to the people in the stands and the parents? In other words, does your child's league have an emergency action plan? Do they even know what that means? And even if they do, is it immediately accessible to the people who need to see it in real time? Once again, if your child goes down, will the coach know what to do? What if all medical and emergency data were available real time to coaches and parents? What if the emergency action plan was also available real time to coaches and parents? What if all the what to do and how to do it information was available real time to coaches and parents? Communication between parents and coaches. What if it was documented and in real time? What if the location, the games, and the practices, as well as the schedules, were also available to coaches and parents? And what if all sports safety education and training was available anytime to coaches and parents, all in one place, and completion of this training was documented? Is your child safe? Which headline do you want in the paper after an emergency? Grigori High School student dies after collapsing in gym class? I want to know why they take so long to take him to the emergency room, the father said. I want to know if they perform CPR. Or, Long Island soccer coach saves 7th grader's life. The young girl thanked her coach for saving her life and said she now wants to learn CPR. Many parents don't realize how under-resourced the medical care is for their child's team until they are faced with an injured child and a dearth of options. World-renowned orthopedic surgeon, Dr. James Andrews. Too many athletes end their athletic careers, not because they want to, but because they have to. Don't let this happen to your child.